All In 2024 is almost upon us next weekend. And, I think AEW did a nice job with the build on this, especially the last couple of weeks. I mean, there was one clunker of a Dynamite a few weeks ago. It was kind of, but overall, have been doing, I think, a great job getting everybody ready for this card. And boy, I'll tell you, I felt bad. When I interviewed Chris Statlander, I was like, "Oh, you going to be going after the CMLL title there?" And turns out she is not. They're going to get Stokely Hathaway beat up. So that'll be fun.
The Statlander Nightingale, that's going to be at All Out in Chicago.
Yeah. So
but
they say
the mixed tag is supposed to set, the winner gets to pick the stipulation for that.
I wonder who the
winner. They announced last night on Collision.
Yeah. So they'll probably win that match. They'll probably win it.
They'll find a way. That's the way you book these matches. If you're going to have someone get a stipulation, you always book the heels to win so they can pick a stipulation. So the babyface has to climb, has to overcome another obstacle. So it may, look, everybody thinks it's going to be Willow and Ishii getting the victory just because of the, you got Ishii, you got the Stone Pitbull, but they're going to find a way to sneak a win, and then Chris will pick some sort of stipulation that goes in her favor, and then we'll see what happens in Chicago.
Yeah, which should be a lot of fun too. More great vignettes from Tony Storm and Mariah May. Boy, that last one Mariah did was just phenomenal. But that one is going to absolutely tear the house down. MJF and Will Ospreay for that American Championship, and MJF has just been running around like Captain America all over the planet. That's been some quality entertainment. We get Jack Perry and Darby Allin, which just got changed to a coffin match. So Darby gets to get another coffin out in Wembley Stadium. Mercedes Moné against Dr. Britt Baker for the TBS title. We have that Casino Gauntlet match. Orange Cassidy will be out there first, but man, I think there's some intrigue on that. Chris Jericho is going to be taking on Hook for the FTW title. Young Bucks get in a triple threat match for the tag titles. They're going to be taking on FTR and the Acclaimed. We've got a 4-way London ladder match for the Trios Championship. 3 of the teams are decided: Patriarchy, Big Bang Gang, or Big Bang Gang. I've been watching too much Big Bang Theory. Bang Bang Gang and the House of Black, plus another team that's going to qualify this week, and then Swerve and Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship. First off, let me ask you, Stu, what on this card is intriguing you the most?
I always love the Casino Gauntlet match. That is something that is a match concept that Tony Khan came up with that I really like. Now, it didn't make sense to me that by the virtue of Orange's victory, he gets slot number 1. I would think you would want the final, I guess. I would
see the match
could the final slot, but I guess it just goes until
somebody wins, so somebody could win right away.
Right.
So if you took the last slot, you could get screwed over.
You may not even make it out to the match. So I guess now that I hear that, okay, now it makes sense. But still, so that one's going to be fun. It always is. Plus, you'll have some surprises. We'll see who shows up. There's a lot of talk about Michael Oku, who's big on the British indie scene. He could make an appearance. We'll see who else. Swerve and Bryan, that one obviously. I have gone back and forth so many times on who wins that. And I'll be honest, I don't know, which is the beauty. That's what you want. You don't want it, you don't want an obvious scenario. You want something, you want intrigue, you want enough of a chance for the underdog. And I think right now Bryan Danielson is probably considered the underdog. So that'll be interesting. The 4-way it's a 4-way and a ladder match for the trio titles.
So that's 12 people.
Yeah, that's going to be
people.
I feel for Excalibur and those guys to have to try to call that match.
Jeez, I didn't even thought of that. Oh,
good Lord. Because there's stuff going to be happening all over. They're going to be fighting all over Wembley for that one. So, Yeah, I think this will be it'll be a fun card.
Yeah, that ladder match, the one thing that I'm more concerned about is safety. That's a lot of people for a ladder match.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, we've seen over the years that sometimes things go wrong in a ladder match, and with all those people out there going at it, I hope everybody just makes it out all right. That's the big thing for me. You mentioned the casino gauntlet match, and I'm almost wondering if there may end up being some sort of cash in or something like that with the winner of that maybe they go after Swerve or Brian if one of them wins, like maybe Hangman Adam Page if he's in that match. Possibility. It would be entertaining.
That would be entertaining. Now, again, if you believe the talk around the campfire, Hangman Swerve is at least penciled for All Out in Chicago, which of course leads you to believe Swerve's going to retain. So I don't know. I don't know if Tony would do a immediate cash in on Swerve or Brian, whoever wins the title. I don't know if he would do that. That doesn't feel like Tony's booking. But
I would agree.
But hey, stranger things have happened. So
that's the one guy that I could see doing if it was Hangman. So keep an eye on that one. Another just overview on this is, I think one thing that's great about this card is I don't know who's going to win a lot of these matches. I really don't. You start going down the list. We even talked about that opening match with Statlander and Hathaway against Nightingale and Shee. Who's gonna win that one? You've got Tony Storm, Mariah May. I could see either one winning that. MJF and Ospreay. I think Will is probably going to get the win on this, but that could go either way too. And you just keep going down this card, and I'm only seeing maybe one match that I for sure would be willing to say, yes, that is a win, and that's Hook beating Chris Jericho. But and maybe there's a possibility that doesn't even happen either. So this is going to be, this is some great booking that they've done. Unlike maybe sometimes where we see, especially in WWE, and not totally busting their chops, but a lot of the PLEs pretty predictable on who's going to win. This one, man, I've got no idea. None.
And again, as I mentioned, that's what you want. By the way, MJF now, deeming the International Championship into the American Championship. It gives me, nostalgia back to the days of World Class. The top title in World Class was the American Heavyweight Championship. And of course, one of the visions, I remember Rick Rude, managed by Percy Pringle, before he was Paul Bearer, with that American Heavyweight Championship belt over his shoulder there he was at Texas Stadium actually for a title match. But that's what I like. Again, the fact that you can't really have a slam dunk winner, I think that works whenever you build whatever pay-per-view is, much less your biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great time over at Wembley. God, I wish I was going. It's going to be a very special day for AEW, and not as many tickets as last year, but they've still got a pretty good chunk of people coming to that card.
Look, 50,000 for a stadium show, for a wrestling show that is not WWE, that's still a pretty good number.
Yes, it is.
Here we are.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site, the best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.